Next to melting and freezing points, and what is the meaning of melting and freezing in detail, and also it depends upon the factors. If you add the impurities, how the melting point and again the freezing points are changes. Next again, what about the change in the value? What is the effect on temperature as well as pressure? Here we will understand the first one, melting and freezing. You know already the change from solid to liquid phase by the absorption of heat. Because of the inherent change from the solid state to liquid, we should supply the heat. Then at a constant temperature is called the melting. At a constant temperature, you are supplying a heat to the solid to change the liquid is called as the melting. The constant temperature at which the solid changes to liquid. The particular temperature is there now. You are changing the solid to liquid state. That particular temperature, a constant temperature, is called as the melting point of the corresponding solid. If you take a different solid, you can calculate the melting point of the corresponding solid with the help of the, if you supply the heat, you are supplying a heat, the entire solid is changes into liquid at particular constant temperature. That temperature is called as a melting point of the corresponding solid. Next is the reverse change. The reverse change from liquid to solid phase with the liberation of heat. Whenever the liquid is changes into solid, here the energy is released. What type of energy? Heat energy is released. At a constant temperature is called the freezing. At a particular temperature is called as the freezing, and the temperature at which liquid freezes to solid. A particular temperature, at that temperature only liquid is changes into solid is called this freezing point. It's a freezing point. Next, thus heat energy is absorbed during melting and heat energy is released due to freezing. Energy is absorbing while the solid is changes into liquid is nothing but the melting. Energy is released during the changes from the liquid state to the solid state at a constant temperature. Next, let us see the example here. 0 degree centigrade. If you supply the heat, melting, here melt the entirely ice into water by absorption of the heat. Next again, the 0 degree centigrade water is converted into solid state by releasing the entire freezing. Freezing is nothing but the, here the energy is released. And again note very important these 2 points. For a pure substance without adding any impurities, it is a pure substance. For that, melting point and the freezing point both are same. Melting point and freezing point both are same, are identical. Next, second point, for a given mass of a substance, if you take a certain amount of the mass of a substance, the amount of heat energy absorbed, how much heat energy is absorbed during the melting, during the melting from the solid state to liquid state is same as that of liberation during the freezing. During the freezing also same amount of the heat energy is liberated whenever it is shifting, just reverse process from the melting. Means reverse process of the melting is a freezing. Next, heating curve of ice during melting. During the melting, what is the behavior of the curve? Whenever if you take a ice, heat is supplied to that one up to melting point, and after that also by taking the readings we should understand what is the curve. For that we will do the experiment. Further, in order to understand that one simple experiment. See the diagram. Take a boiling test tube and fill it half with the ice chips. Take some ice chips filled with the entire boiling test tube. Insert a thermometer gently into the ice, taking care that the bulb does not touch the walls of the test tube. The entire bulb of the thermometer does not touch the walls of the entire test tube. Note the temperature of ice. It will be 0 degree centigrade. By observing the readings on the thermometer, you will see that what is the reading on that is 0 degree centigrade. Next, heat the bottom of the test tube. Heat is applied slowly over a flame and note the temperature after every 30 degrees centigrade. Up to the 30 degrees centigrade, you should observe the behavior. Next, to plot the graph for temperature against the time by taking the temperature on y-axis and the time on x-axis. By taking the along the x-axis, because here the time is an independent parameter, so we are drawing any graph between the two parameters. Independent parameter always along x-axis, dependent parameter along y-axis. So that along x-axis time, along y-axis is temperature. Plot the graph. The graph so obtained is shown in the figure. See the diagram, graph of the entire temperature and time graph. It is called the heating curve for ice. That is a heating curve for ice. That is a graph. It shows that heating curve for ice. See the graph carefully, very important. From the graph, it is clear that the temperature of ice remains constant equal to 0 degrees centigrade in the part A, B till the whole ice melts. Up to all the ice will be melting, up to that one there is no change in the temperature, 0 degrees centigrade only. The constant temperature at which the ice melts, 0 degrees centigrade, is the melting point of ice. At a particular temperature in which solid completely converted into liquid is called as a melting point. Melting point of water is a 0 degrees centigrade. Next, the heat supplied during this time is being used in the melting the ice. Whatever the heat you are supplying in this A to B, so that here there is no change in the temperature. Completely, whatever the heat is supplied, the heat energy is received completely. It is just changes into phase, does not changing any temperature. Here there is no increase in the temperature because of the heat supply. The heat received by the flame is completely changes from solid state to the liquid state without any increase in the temperature. After this, the temperature of the water formed by the melted ice begins to rise from 0 degrees centigrade in the part BC. You can see the and again understand the graph. In the region of BC, suddenly the temperature is increasing because of the from A to B completely all the heat will be received from the flame. It is converted into solid state to liquid. But in the region of BC, suddenly the temperature of the corresponding water is increased. So you can see that graph. You can clearly understand the graph of the heating curve for ice.